Assalamualaikum and good afternoon Dr. Khairul Helmi and fellow peers. I'm Nurizati, honored to be here today. I stand before you not as an expert but as a concerned citizen. Every week we are seeing new and undeniable climate event. Evident that accelerate climate change is here now. Today, I'm not going to talk about climate change itself. However, I'm going to talk about one of the effects of climate change, which is global warming. So, what is the global warming? Global warming is a long-term heating of Earth climate system observed since the pre-industrial period on early 20th century due to human activity. Yes, the changing of Earth temperature are caused by you and me itself. Since the pre-industrial period, human activity are estimated to have increased Earth global average temperature by about 1 degree Celsius equal to 1.8 degree Fahrenheit. The addition may seem slight, but it has a detrimental consequences on ecosystem, economy, and human health. This graph illustrated the change in global temperature since 1800 until 2020. With the year 2060 until 2020 for the warmest on record, which is 1 degree Celsius above the baseline. So today, I'm going to share with you the cause, the consequences, and the solution for this problem. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important to know the cause of global warming to help determine the way to solve this problem. Greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and methane are the main source of global warming. Carbon dioxide released by burning of fossil fuel, such as coal and petroleum, for energy, industrial processes, and transportation. These gases will absorb sunlight and solar radiation at the atmosphere that has burned off in the Earth's surface. It will trap the heat, last for years to centuries, and cause the planet to get hotter. Humans exacerbate the problem by cutting trees that absorb primary greenhouse gases, which is carbon dioxide. Plants and trees act as carbon sink and play an important role in regulating the climate because they absorb carbon dioxide from the air and release back oxygen into it. But humans clear the area of vegetation around the world for farming, urbanization, and to sell tree products such as timber and palm oil. When vegetation is removed or burned, the stored carbon is released back into the atmosphere as carbon dioxide that contributing to the global warming. Furthermore, the methane gases released by the livestock and landfill. Digestion plant material process of livestock like sheep and cattle produce methane from the digestive fermentation as a byproduct of digestion. Then, waste disposal in landfill and incinerator will emit methane gas into atmosphere, soil, and waterway, contributing to the increase of greenhouse effect. Here I want to share some consequences of global warming on ocean, biodiversity, weather, and human health. On the ocean, permafrost and ice at the pole are melting massively because of global warming and increase the sea level up to 1 meter by 2100. Sea level rise affected a coastal habitat and caused destructive erosion, wetland flooding, aquifer and agricultural soil contamination with salt. Then, the scarcity of resource and increase of temperature, changing life habit and migratory cycle of animal. For example, in this news show that rapidly vanishing of sea ice in Arctic make the polar bears simply return to the terrestrial food to support their life. However, the polar bear T and Joe are suited perfectly for soft food like seal that they hunt from the sea. The shortage of food consumption and migration to find new cool area make polar bear as treated species nowadays. Next, methodologists and climatologists said global warming can affect weather phenomena for decades like more drought and heat wave, more precipitation, more natural disaster like flood, hurricane, and wildfire. The heat wave from the global warming can cause human body to heavy sweating, dehydration, tiredness, and have a headache, as well as a serious illness such as heat stroke and heat exhaustion. People with chronic disease that take daily medication have a greater risk of complication and death during the heat wave, as do older people and children. Next, we move to the solution of global warming to prevent this problem to be continuous. Using renewable energy like hydro, solar, wind, biomass, and geothermal can produce electricity energy with fewer environmental impact and without producing carbon dioxide that leading to global warming. Fossil fuels such as oil, coal, and natural gas are non-renewable energy and can be finished if we extract them all from the underground. For make this successful, funding for developing cheap and clean energy production must be increased, as all economic development is based increasing energy usage. Then, we should apply responsible consumption and recycling in our daily life to decrease the demand of food, particularly meat, and other products like cosmetic, cleaning, and clothing. Recycling activity is essential nowadays for reduced waste consumption and waste dumping at the landfill. In addition, sustainable agriculture and forest management are important to encouraging better use of natural resources and improving air, soil, and water quality. For sustainable forest management, is optimize their benefit, contribution to food security, to meet society need, and maintain forest ecosystem for the benefit of present and future generation. In conclusion, it is clear show that global warming is not a prediction. It is happening. The anthropogenic deforestation, farming, and waste disposal are cause of flooding, drought, heat wave, and extreme weather that we face right now. It is a serious problem that will not solve itself. If we do not act now and together, we will surely perish. So now is our moment for action. We must realize that we are part of solution for the disaster that we have made. Although it seems impossible to stop the global warming, but people still can reduce and slow down the problem. Humans were the one who changed the world. And now, it is time for the human to change themselves. Thank you.